All right, man. I upgraded my carry gun. We'll just jump right into it. All right, for those of you who've been around for a long time, you know that you might have even just seen what that was. You know that my carry gun for a while has been my old Ruger Security 6 with my homemade holster. Don't laugh at your homemade holster. That's what happens when you have lots of kids and divorces and baby mamas. Child support is just... But I'm trying to hold this still. I want to get this done real quick. So if you don't know the Security 6, shame on you. No, I'm kidding. It's an old revolver. This was the last service revolver. We're going to have a video on this. I carried this for a couple of reasons. I love revolvers to begin with. I'm a Ruger fanboy. And I have a wrist injury. You can probably see that. I don't know. It runs from about right there to there. Well, that was leading me to limp wrist. Excuse me, limp wrist. I was shooting a SIG at the time, and I just decided I couldn't risk. I had just had the injury. And so I traded that SIG for this Ruger, and I was kind of happy to do it because I like Rugers and I like revolvers. I'm a big 357 guy. But I'll be honest with you, I was a little ashamed of my, yes, I slowed it. We got it pointed in a safe direction. I was a little ashamed of my holster. I was proud of my holster, but because I've never done anything like that before. It's a little cowboy boot. You can probably see that right there. And I was proud of the ingenuity, but it was pretty redneck. So I wasn't carrying it that much. That's silly to say. So today we were off at a meeting, and on the way back we passed a gun store, and we just stopped in because it was a gun store. And I saw well, it's not a unicorn because it's not like it's that rare, but I saw the pistol I love. So let's take a look. I'm just moving on from the revolver because, I mean, it's not, I have speed loaders. Yeah, I carry 2 speed loaders. So it's 18 rounds, but in this day and age when the threats we're facing are elevated on many levels, I went ahead and elevated my response. I feel like the wrist has healed, and it's, you know, I'm not going to limp wrist now, I hope. So here's what we got. Dun, dun. IWI. It used to be called the Baby Eagle. I've actually had a version of this before. I had the back when they called it the Baby Eagle. Now they call it the Jericho 941. Woohoo! And I had the compact model. It might have even been a subcompact model. It was small, but it was steel frame, and it just shot itself. I mean, that sounds silly to say, but I just picked it up, and it aimed itself, and it feels perfect in my hand, and I loved it. And I had that divorce, and I had to sell it for money. Ain't that always the way? And I regretted it ever since. And so now I am back, baby. I am back with the IWI Jericho 941. If you're not familiar with the pistol, you should be. It's a pretty unique, interesting story. This is a clone of the CZ75, which is one of the best pistols, in my opinion. I mean, you know, there's CZ75 snobs. My only experience with the design was that Baby Eagle I owned, but I loved it. And so the CZ75 was a Czech design, adopted. I don't know if it was adopted. It looked like they started designing it in 1969, and something happened in 1975 that made it the CZ75. Maybe that's when they finalized the design. The Czechs, I was reading just a minute ago, didn't adopt it until after the Iron Curtain came down in '89. But the CZ75's got kind of unique pistol grip angle, and the CZ75 itself was based, maybe not largely, but was based heavily, or at least its beginning point was the Browning high power. I was about to say high point. Now I think I got it wrong backwards. Anyway, it's high power, Browning high power. And they kind of refined it, and they came up with this. And kind of its big trick And if you can see how low that slide is, or how thin it looks, it has the rails that the slide moves on are on the inside of the lower of the frame. A lot of pistols are the other way. The rails run on the outside, and so it has a much, so most pistols will have be much taller right here. So that affects accuracy, supposedly. I know it brings the bore axis down some, but then it keeps the keeping the slide and the barrel closer together, because the slide and the barrel lock together, contributes to accuracy, and also it supposedly contributes to reliability. Supposedly that's why the Israelis chose the design. I don't know that's for sure. This is all anecdotal stuff I've heard, is that those lower internal slide rails like that keep sand and grit out, and so in the desert environment of the Middle East, it's less likely to get grit in it and jam. There's a bunch of different versions of these. This is the steel frame. It is heavy as hell. It's got that, which I almost wish it didn't have. It's got that pick rail on it. I don't mind a heavy pistol. It just means quicker follow-up shots. But this is like 2.5 pounds unloaded, 15 shot magazines. But it takes CZ75 magazines, so any magazine that will fit a CZ75 will fit this. And I think there's a substantial amount of parts and interchangeability too. But I saw differing things on that I was reading. Some things said yes, it had parts interchangeability with the CZ75, and some things said no, it didn't. So I don't know the truth on that. All I know is it's a double action. Obviously, oh, it's got a half cock. I wasn't sure if this one had the half cock or not. I thought maybe only the decockers had the half cock. Oh no, that was just a full cock. I shouldn't be trying to do this one-handed. Nobody laugh at me. Oh no, that was a half cock. It's hard to do things one-handed on camera. So it's double action, single action. The only downside to this, and I didn't bring my tripod out here. I don't know if I can show you this or not. Let's see. It goes sideways for a second. Will that work? Oh well. It's a little hard to rack the slide. I can't get all that in the shot. So you got to hold the back. But because the slide there's not as much to grip there, the serrations aren't as I'm sorry, man, this is awful. Mariah's not here to shoot for me. Because you don't have as prominent slide serrations, it's a little harder to rack the slide. It's not impossible. It's still got Cosmoline on it. I haven't even cleaned it yet. I just got it home. I haven't even put around through it yet. And of course, if you like to do a press check from the front, that gets pretty hard. Although I'm not a big fan of the press checks from the front. You're putting your hand at the front of, basically you've got to put it near or around the muzzle, while it's loaded. It's just, I don't know, it always struck me as a bad idea. But there you go. We will be carrying, obviously I'm not going to make a holster for this one. I'm going to order a retention holster. I've decided I really like retention holsters. I'm always worried someone's going to run up behind me and snatch it out of my belt, and that's another reason why I don't always carry sometimes when I should. It's because I'm worried about someone snatching it out from behind. So I will be getting a good retention holster. I'm not sure if I'll carry the extra mag as well. I might. We'll just see. It's already 15 rounds, 16 if you do the +1. But there you go. I've joined the modern world. Now I'm not getting rid of the Security 6. I really like it. It's a cool old revolver. I might even still carry it some, especially hunting, or if I'm moving around the homestead and need a pistol for something, I'll probably still carry it. But this is going to be my new carry gun. I know it's big, I know it's heavy, but I don't think your firearm is a place to save weight at all costs. Weight makes it more accurate and faster follow-up shots, less recoil. You're more likely to hold on to it. you're more likely to be able to grab hold of it. It's I mean, I'm not telling you if you carry a small pistol, blah, and you're gonna die. For me, I like a bigger pistol, and I like weight because, like I said, follow-up shots. There you go. So real quick, why not a Glock? I know someone's screaming, why not a Glock? I know Glocks are superb pistols. I know it. I don't deny it. I stand here and I say, yes, they're great pistols. Really good shooters use them and like them a lot. Shoot far better shooters than me. I just don't like them. And I'm not trying to badmouth the pistol. I'm not trying to be controversial or all hot takey. They just bore me. They look boring. They feel boring. They're popular and everybody loves them. And I have a contrarian streak through me a mile wide. I can't help myself. I truly, legitimately don't like the way they feel in the hand. Holding them feels unnatural and uncomfortable, whereas holding this feels like it was meant to be there. So there you go. That's why no Glock. It's not because I hate Glocks. It's not because I don't think they're good pistols or they're not reliable. I know they are. I know. They're the most popular pistol in the world for a reason. I'm not bad-mouthing the Glock. I don't like them. And it's a visceral, emotional, silly thing. It's just who I am. It's just me. And I do think that rifle compatibility, interchangeability within groups is very, very important. I don't think pistol compatibility is. It's not that big a deal. Your pistol is not an offensive weapon. It's a defensive weapon. It's to get you to your rifle. If everyone in a group had different pistols and different calibers with different magazines, it wouldn't matter. What matters is the rifle. So that's just my take. Like I said, I'm not trying to be hot takey, but I think you should take a pistol that appeals to you. I think this is why Patton carried a pearl handle single action army into World War II. It didn't matter. The pistol is so limited in its role that all you got to be able to do is get off a few shots, or in this case, 16 to 31. There you go, man. We appreciate you, Jimmy D. I can't remember what you told me on this topic, Jimmy. There was something you said to me about that revolver, and I can't remember what it was. I feel like you told me to get a Glock. You'll have to leave it in the comment section. We appreciate you, man. And of course, Gun Daddy. Please love me, Gun Daddy. Please approve of me. Tell me you're proud of me, Gun Daddy. That's a little awkward.